Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for November 2015. This month you have a lot of interesting stuff going on. First card you have is the Two of Clubs, which is a card that asks you to trust in yourself only. Frequently when this card comes up, it means that you need to work by yourself. And I mean, if you've been thinking about, starting a business or something like that with a partner, typically this card comes in and it says, really, you should be doing it by yourself, or at least starting it by yourself and then bringing somebody in. It's a card that it brings a lot of challenges, and this is why. I mean, it's a kind of a weird message to get off this card, but this is why. It's because this card brings a lot of challenges with it. If you look at people who are born under this card, and and I'm talking mostly famous people because that's where we can all see this in action. Many of them experienced incredible difficulties before they were successful. So that's what it represents. So, if you're starting a business or starting a new job or something like that, make sure it's one where you can really kind of like work by yourself or focus on yourself, because it's like you have faced those difficulties to get to where you're about to go. I think you're going somewhere really great. And it's like, that other person, if there's somebody else that could be potentially like a partner or, a business partner or job partner or whatever, they haven't experienced the same difficulties. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's almost like they'll be able to, it's almost like they're benefiting off of your difficulties, if that makes any sense at all. So definitely try to focus on yourself this month. This is, like I said, it's a self month for you. And it's also a card of overcoming your fears. Usually the Two of Clubs comes up and there's something you're afraid to do. You're afraid to jump. And sometimes it can be you're afraid to jump without a partner into a business or something along those lines. And this says just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. When you overcome those fears, that's when you step into greatness. Again, look up this card. Search the Two of Clubs birth card. Look up celebrities and famous people or just wealthy people who have been born under this card. They all had situations, if you read into their stories, they all had situations where they eventually just came to the conclusion that they just had to do it. And that they all have that story. So just know that with this card. Next, you have the King of Clubs coming in, which is a card of, again, trusting yourself. The King of Clubs trusts himself on a very deep level. He came into this world with a lot of prior knowledge, so a lot of you probably have like a lot of things that you just know. Nobody's ever taught them to you or anything like that. You just know certain things. Use that to your advantage this month with this card. Use those experiences and use them to move forward this month. That's what this card is really saying this month very strongly. And next you have the Eight of Spades. So the Eight of Spades is a card of, well, first off, this month, what are we in, November, right? Definitely don't drink too much this month. It's a card of overindulgence and overeating and things like that. And I know we have Thanksgiving and any other holidays that people might celebrate, or just just random situations where you're out and you want to eat a lot. This card, again, it can be a card of overindulgence. And so that doesn't necessarily say don't do it. It just says, watch it. Don't go overboard, don't go crazy, because this card, eights, can typically kind of like snowball, and once you start to do something like overeating, then it can kind of like really build up where you keep overeating and you don't stop. So don't ruin any diets or anything like that that you're on this month. When this card comes up, I definitely tell people don't drink and drive with this card. That's a big one with the Eight of Spades, especially with Thanksgiving. Don't take any chances this month. I know November, the cops are always out, and this is mostly if you're in the States, obviously, with Thanksgiving. Don't drink and drive. Just don't. Don't even have one drink and drive, because, again, this card can kind of make crazy things happen. So just don't risk it this month for sure. Don't take the risk. Even if you think you've only had one drink and you're fine. Like I said, don't do it. Definitely play it safe this month with this card. The good news about the Eight of Spades, like I say, is that eights are incredibly easy. They're very easy challenges. Pretty much every single eight in the deck can be looked at as a challenge as far as the cards go, because they all require work. So that can be a challenge, but the Eight of Spades is definitely a more challenging card. It can bring up blocks and things like that. So the easiest way to solve this Eight of Spades again is to just avoid the situations altogether. That's why I say, like, don't drink and drive and things like that. That's the easiest way to overcome it and make sure that nothing happens with this card. But finally, you end with a great card, Ace of Diamonds. Big money card, big money coming in, really seeing where you're going. And that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that you're finally really solidifying things, and it's really like you're finally seeing something that can make you a lot of money, whether it's a new job, new business, whatever it may be. It's like you're finally seeing it, and you're finally like making it more solid and really stepping into it and really becoming stronger. Diamonds are all about the earth signs. So it's like you are really stepping into your kind of your element here with that Ace of Diamonds, and it should be a really great month. So definitely enjoy it.